Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Digital Titans Daily Digest, and we are in the episode number 6. And I'm very excited as usual to get you updates from all around the globe as far as digital marketing is concerned, and hopefully you will enjoy these updates. So sit back and enjoy. So let's get started. What are we waiting for? Let's start with Facebook today. Facebook has announced a set of community tools which will be available for all Facebook Lite users in the event of a crisis. Now imagine there is a crisis, and earlier the only option that people had was to mark themselves safe in case of a crisis, like an earthquake or a storm or a hurricane that hit a particular place. Now, if you were in that location, the only option that you had was to mark yourself safe. It was only available for the Facebook mainstream users, and it was not available for the Facebook Lite users. So Facebook has recently launched a set of community help tools on Facebook Lite, and it is not just limited to marking yourself safe. You could also go ahead and comment about or post about food-related issues or transportation-related issues or rescue issues in case you need a help, call the police. You can do any of these activities using the community help tools, which has been launched on Facebook Lite. The second set of update that I have about Facebook is Facebook has given a lot of functionality to the advertisers on showing ads on their instant articles and showing ads on the video format, which is the Facebook Watch. Now, it has given a lot of flexibility and a lot of tools to the advertisers on these platforms. Now, they have the ability to decide where their ad shows on a given platform. Let's say you're talking about Facebook Watch, and on Facebook videos, if you want instant videos that if you want to show your ad upon, now you can do a before and after analysis of where your ad would be showing, and it does not want to repeat the same issues that YouTube had faced at some point in time. So they're taking utmost measure to ensure nothing of this sort happens, and they have also issued a set of brand safety tools to all these advertisers. Now, the third set of update that I have about Facebook is, in my previous episode, I have told you that Facebook is going very aggressive on launching ads on the Facebook stories. Agreed, it is still in the beta version. Now, Facebook is getting in touch with all the marketing partners to make the option mandatory to show ads on Facebook stories. Now, it is encouraging all the advertisers and requesting them to set this up as a default option, where ads would be shown as a part of the Facebook stories by default. Now, they want them to choose that as a primary option. Now, as I said in my previous episode, this would definitely have some beginner's advantage, like low CPMs, and some of these features may not be available once Facebook rolls it out completely for everybody. Google has announced two of the most important features this week, in fact this morning, when it comes to Google Ads. The first feature that I'm really excited to talk to you about is some changes to the Google Dynamic Ads. Now, in my experience of training a lot of people and interacting with a lot of practitioners, most of them still have a misconception about how to run dynamic search ads. Now, people stop thinking about it as a very effective option, and they just want to use it in case where they're feeling lazy when it comes to creating ads. I mean, in situations where you don't want to create a lot of ads, people just depend upon dynamic search ads and see how it goes. But that's exactly not how it works. Now, dynamic search ads earlier were only able to be created only on dynamic ad groups. Now, going forward, what happens is you would be able to create dynamic ads for all your existing standard ad groups, which means take all the landing pages that you had for your standard ad groups in the past. Now, make them dynamic by choosing all the URLs that you have. That's one big update. Now, the second part of this update is that you could also get some landing page data shown in your search terms report. Search terms report only used to show us a set of keywords that people are searching for, as opposed to what we have put in our campaigns. Now, while it was giving you a lot of valuable insights into what kind of keywords people are searching for, now the support is extended, and it would also give you a set of landing page report, which shows which of your landing pages are performing very good. Now, you have a set of all the standard web pages that you have, landing pages that you had. You try dynamic ads for all these things. From the report, that search terms report shows you about these landing pages, choose the ones which are the top performers, and start using specific URLs for these ads. It just doesn't stop there. What gets even interesting is it'll also give you a report of how good or bad a landing page is. Now, based upon that, you can make sure that you capitalize on the better performing landing page for you to capitalize more on the dynamic search ads. Now, the second update when I speak about Google Ads is major change when it comes to Google Display Ads. I must admit, I personally have a problem creating those images because I'm not very design equipped. Now, designing scares the shit out of me for some reason, so I don't want to get into designing things myself, so I usually have to depend upon tools like Canva or depend on somebody who is very good at Photoshop or designing these images. Now, going forward, what Google has done is the earlier responsive display ads that we had you had the option to only upload 2 images, 1 headline and 2 logos. Now, what would happen is you can upload up to 15 images, you can have up to 5 headlines, and you can add up to 5 logos for your products, after which Google will use the machine learning capability to come up with the best combination of the ads, images and the headlines to show the best appealing ads to your users. Now, after this, you can run a report and see. It will also give you a score about low, high and good, depending upon which of these combinations worked out really good when it comes to display ads, and you can capitalize on that combination and keep constantly experimenting with which of these variations you would want to try going forward. Now, if you ask me, it is a major advancement because this was always a pain point for a lot of people when you had limited capability on choosing the images and coming up with the headlines. Now you can come up with 15 images, 5 logos and 5 headlines. Now this is something amazing. Finally Pinterest has come out and started flaunting their numbers. Very recently, as of this morning, Pinterest announced that they have reached 250 million active monthly users. It is further a validation to the founders or the people or the management team at Pinterest that they have built a service that people really need. As of now, you also would see 1.5 million active businesses on Pinterest. They offer a wide range of capabilities, from promoted ads to videos at maximum width. You have also sponsored posts. You also have shopping ads, which makes Pinterest a whole new experience altogether. Now, in my experience, people assign a least amount of priority to Pinterest, assuming that it would not be beneficial, or they don't see revenue quickly, or they don't see things happening or moving quickly when it comes to Pinterest. They are at fault. Now, you should start considering, even after you look at this number, if you're still thinking about should you spend time on interest or should you assign a high priority to Pinterest, you're mistaken. You need to prioritize Pinterest because look at the number of users there, it's insane. 250 million monthly active visitors is insane. So it's time for you to cut all the other less priority things and start making Pinterest a priority for your business. Would you believe me if I say that there are still a lot of people who are hesitant to come out to Instagram and try out Instagram because they feel that they have not done it from the beginning, ever since the inception of Instagram. So now they're worried that would I be able to keep up with the pace? Now you need to understand that you could start off today and figure out how things work on Instagram as you move. So making a start is the most important thing. The reason I'm saying this is Instagram, that started as a photo sharing platform, has become much more than that. Now there was a point in time when people thought pictures, you have to go to Instagram and get your ass out there. Now that was Instagram was known for. Then Facebook took it over, revamped it, put some business sense into it, and it's actually turned it around to what you see today. Now there are a few updates today that I will be talking about Instagram, which are you had the option of starring certain messages on your Instagram. Now those stars are going to be replaced by something called as flags. Now you no longer can star it, you can only flag it. Now going forward, you will start seeing these things happening in your Instagram accounts. I have applied for an Instagram verification because somebody said that 99% of the accounts are getting disapproved or rejected, or they say that this is not the time, so wait until we come back to you in the next month, or reapply the next month. So I'm still waiting to see what my account would come out as. Now, the third update that I have about Instagram is Instagram influencer marketing is going to see a major overhaul. Though I cannot tell you what it exactly is at this point in time, but a lot of things will change when it comes to influencer marketing on Instagram. The last piece of update that I have about Instagram is if you have not used Instagram recently, or if you don't see, or if you have not linked your Instagram and IGTV as yet, you will not be able to see this, but it's good and it's high time you start doing that now. When you link your IGTV and Instagram, and if you start doing things on IGTV, you will start looking at IGTV prompting you suggested videos, and that means that they're slowly trying to capitalize it and make it bigger, and they're trying to suggest you that you can also go back to IGTV and start looking at videos. Now, I am not surprised if it becomes another wine app, which was insanely popular at some point in time. So if you're not already doing it, start doing it because it's high time. YouTube Go gets launched in South Africa, where you could access videos which need not too much of internet. These are light videos where you don't have to use too much of your data, mobile data or internet on your phones while you're watching these videos. So YouTube Go, like a light version of YouTube, gets launched in South Africa. YouTube has released a list of TV channels that YouTube TV will be hosting, and you can start looking at what are the available channels and how these can be a replacement to what your TV has been. And it has released a list of channels that YouTube TV will have. Now, the third important piece of information that I have is you cannot separate e-commerce from digital marketing anymore because it's all together. Now, there are two sides. E-commerce needs digital marketing to grow and to flourish. So YouTube is actively looking at how do you make engaging, YouTube is looking at ways to make your shopping ads much better and to make it more engaging for the users. Now, some of you have already seen how when a YouTube video is playing, you will see a list of ads which are being showcased, like the shopping ads that YouTube has. Now, there are many more advancements to that, and there's a lot of things that is going to happen on YouTube when it comes to shopping. And Twitter has been experimenting a lot, and the reason I took a pause was because Twitter is letting people expand their horizon when you start thinking of Twitter. Now, earlier Twitter was a microblogging platform specifically used on your mobile phones. Now, considering what the updates were from Twitter over the last couple of days, now think about it. Twitter is launching a Twitter web version, a light version, a night mode. They're trying to experiment with a lot of things on the web. They have made Twitter Lite. Now they've been doing a lot of things at once. Now, the two pieces of update that I have today will further make you wonder that is Twitter really a microblogging platform to be operated from a mobile phone, or has it got its eyes on something bigger than that? Now, Twitter is getting in touch with a lot of people where a lot of publishers, especially where ads can be published on their websites. Something like how Google Display Ads or Facebook contextual targeting ads work. Now, if that happens, Twitter's network would just explode, and you would be able to show your ads on others' websites, like how Google Display Ads work. Now, that's going to be an interesting move. The second piece of update that I have about Twitter is getting a lot of deals signed with about 50 content creators, collaborations where they are trying to get a lot of video content produced. Now, when asked if they're trying to create a Netflix version of them, they absolutely denied that and said, we are not looking at getting this into a Netflix model. Now, what they're looking at more like from a TV perspective, how they would be showcasing videos when you talk about replays, gameplays, let's say behind the scenes shoots and short videos. Now, this is exactly what Twitter has its eye on. Never know when it comes out, how serious they are about it, but definitely they're not launching a platform similar to Netflix, but they're doing something interesting like a short video format, videos like game replays and things like that, which should be good enough for you to kill time sometimes when you watch videos. Now, I think that's about it from me in this episode, and in case there are any other episodes which come out after I publish this episode, I'll be making short snippet of those videos, and I will be either uploading it on my Twitter or on YouTube. So stay tuned until then, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Remember, it's just your love and support that got me so far. So please do the needful, click on the subscribe link, and I shall see you very, very, very soon. And in case you would want to receive any kind of alerts from me, and if you would want to ask any questions to me, please leave your email IDs below. I would be more than happy to get in touch with you. As always, do remember, I take your feedback very, very seriously. Thank you so much. This is Casey signing off. Cheers, guys.